This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and let's wrap the night up. I appreciate you guys so much, and hope you guys are having a great day. All right. So we got, first off, Snoop from The Wire. She gets rocked. It's really just not a... She's walking up to the club. She goes to say hi to somebody, and somebody comes up on the side and, slaps her. Now, that could happen to anybody, honestly. She got caught slipping. So anyways... That happened. Nothing major happened. You can look at it on YouTube. Then we got T.I., of course, denying. Now, they dropped all the cases in Vegas because the statute of limitations ran out. T.I. denies any allegations made in Los Angeles, says he hasn't been contacted by the police. The anonymous woman claim, they say the police is looking into it. We'll see. I mean, T.I., of course, is going to deny everything, but there's a lot of people coming forward. This isn't just like a money grab. This is like a pattern, okay? Obviously, something is going on here. We don't know what. T.I. could be mostly innocent. It could just be a lot of people they treat, treat like garbage, but there's not a law against that, okay? A lot of people are down for this kind of lifestyle that they're living, just so you know. Like, these two, allegedly, I mean, come on, they used to frequent swinger clubs. I don't know how that came out, but it was a rumor in Atlanta. In the early 2000s, I think, they used to go to swinger clubs often. Allegedly. So, they're into that kind of lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? A lot of people are into that kind of lifestyle, so it's probably just something else going on. Fat Joe said he refused to be in a Big Pun movie because Big Pun's wife wouldn't apologize and take back everything she said to him, about him. Well, if there's some truth to it, she's not going to take it back. I don't know. Joe, this guy is obsessed with this. I'm starting to think that he did something really malicious here. I mean, the way we're at 20 years, right? He's still going on about this, because I know it keeps coming up, but it's like, dude, what happened? What happened? I mean, it's always messy when someone passes, but he lied on this podcast. He said that he gave back the rights right away when Pun passed. That's not true. They had to go to court. There's court filings in 2017 for this, and they won. What is going on here? I don't know, man. Damn, I thought I had something else to talk about before this. Well, Joe Budden keeps saying how hard it is to run a podcast. 30 people, he says he employs for a podcast. Podcast isn't much more complicated than what I'm doing right now. You have a camera, and you have a couple more mics and a couple more people, and you have topics. Okay, that's it. And you got to edit it. Joe could edit it himself. It's not that hard. If you record twice a week, you have plenty of time to edit. Plenty of time to edit. He's not a musician anymore. Yeah, he does the revolt thing. That's not that hard either. It's the same thing you're doing here over there, just with more people because it's for television. 30 people he says he employs. Joe Rogan, okay, is the biggest podcast there is, right? He employs, for the podcast, 3 people maybe, 4. Jamie does most of the work on that podcast. He records everything right there. He looks everything up. He even really sets the cameras up. There are no camera guys. And then, they probably have a team that comes in and changes the studio every once in a while. They probably have a receptionist at the studio. He probably has his trainers in the back. That doesn't count for the podcast. That's just him. That's like his little fortress. Probably has he mentions he has a business manager. Let's say he employs 5 people directly for the podcast. They just closed a deal for $100 million. They don't have problems. Jamie doesn't have any problems. It's just, like, things are run a little better. They drop more than twice a week. He drops maybe 4 times a week sometimes. He has no set schedule. So you gotta take something from the people that are really successful doing it and kind of look at how they're doing it. And the real way to do this would have been to give Rory and Mal their own podcast on the side. Put them a part of Patreon and maybe had them talk sports and something else. Because this, the way it's handled, isn't right. I don't blame Rory and Mal for being a little mad. Honestly, you know? You don't want to get walked all over. And the way Joe Budden handled them in that last podcast he had him with, like, I don't have to respect you, you're my friends. I don't have to respect you there. Like, whoa, dude. These guys just want to hear you respect them. You're taking a hard stance in your 40s. You've been in situations where people took a hard stance. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ebro commented, not directly on this situation. And I don't agree with a lot of things. Ebro, mostly 90% of the things he says, I don't agree with. He kind of like goes with the narrative of the whole internet. He doesn't think for himself. So. But on this one, he says, morning radio is daily, 3 to 4 hours. Not 30 to 90 minutes weekly. Come on. There's levels. He's right about that. He gets on the radio, 4 or 5 times a week for a few hours. He ran a whole radio station at one point. He does Apple. He does a couple things, man, so like, he's right. Joe talks about it so hard. This is harder. Radio would be hard, right? Every day. Imagine with Charlemagne, Envy, and Angelique. Every day, they got to come in there during the weekdays, Monday through Friday. And they got to perform. And they've done it consistently for 10 years. Joe should have probably taken that Spotify deal, I'm going to be honest with you. Because look what's happening now with the girl situation and everything. You would have had guaranteed money at that point. Or I would have been part of the Charlemagne thing. He has a good relationship with Charlemagne. Charlemagne has a guaranteed deal with, like, I think Pepsi and somebody else is back in that. It would have been a better move because there's too many risks nowadays. I'm not saying that there's too many risks with, like, people coming after you. Yeah, you can get taken out for anything. But when you get famous like that, you don't want to get too big. That's the thing. You don't want to get too big. I don't know, man. Well, that's about it. I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. Yeah, we're going to leave all that alone. I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. Stay focused, stay motivated, stay moving forward. I appreciate you guys, and I know that sometimes you get down and out. Someone was talking to me, they needed motivation. I don't got anything crazy for you, but we'll start it up tonight. You might be down on your luck. There's a lot of things going on that you can't control. But the things you can't control, you got to take a hold of those. It's easy to sit around and feel like there's no hope and that you have nothing to look forward to and that you can think about, oh, everything's going wrong, this. You can blame other people all you want. That's not going to fix anything. What is going to fix something is you wake up and you get into a routine. Some routine. I don't care if you meditate in the morning, read, work out, get something done so you feel accomplished immediately. Make your bed. Like, you got to, like, do little things. It's almost like organizing your mind, making you feel accomplished right away in the morning. When you're in disarray, you got to do things like this. Then you got to get to something, work on something that could get you out of the rut you're in. Do you want to, be a musician? Work towards that. Do you want to get a job? Go out and apply for jobs. It's always good to go out and get a job. You'll at least have income coming in and you're moving forward in life, right? And sometimes there's plenty of jobs right now. You could not say there's no jobs. Everybody's hiring, okay? So if you say, I don't have a job right now, you could get 2 jobs right now. And sometimes that's what it takes. And if you're going to be one of these people that say, oh, but then I have no life. Welcome to life. I can't do anything. I got to do this. I got to make sure the cleaning service I run is good. I have other things that I do that I don't talk about that I have to handle. It's not easy having money, but money gives you options. Okay, let's say that. Okay, it's better to just not have a life and be living. Sometimes, you got to make this fun, It's fun to have options. You can sit down and actually enjoy a movie when you can, instead of like, oh, this movie's good, but man, I got bills. You got to think about things differently, and you got to sacrifice a lot to get ahead. You got to, like, say you're saving up for a down payment on a house. You're not going to be eating out anymore, and every penny counts. Don't buy things just because you want them. Don't buy extra clothes. Live simply, I still live simply. I'm not a big dresser type of person. I pick an outfit and I cycle through it, man. I buy a lot of T-shirts, a lot of jeans, a lot of shorts. I have a lot of different kinds of shoes, but I get them all on sale. You got to take advantage of those sales. Like, I try to save as much money as possible. Now, I bought a house a few years ago, and I had to furnish the house. I did that over the course of a year and a half. That takes a while to get all the, the feng shui right. But, I'm just saying, like, if you're in a rut, and I've been there, so I can speak from experience. You got to get on a schedule. You got to feel accomplished. And also meals. You got to eat healthier. If there's something, does something for your mind, vegetables, chicken, light carbs, or, and just eat the same thing. I mean, I'm just saying, I know it sounds crazy right now, but like, you got to just like, and it's possible to eat cheaply like that. If you get a big bag of frozen vegetables, some chicken, and some like soy sauce and like salt, pepper, and garlic, stuff to flavor the chicken, because who wants bland chicken, right? Let that marinate. You can make it taste good, but you gotta work towards something, and you gotta be consistent with this every day. Read books, gain knowledge, and you'd be surprised how everything changes. I know I spit the same thing, but sometimes you need to hear this. Take control of your life. This is what it's called. It's taking control of your life. You take control of the things you can, and little by little, you start taking control of more things. I appreciate you guys. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one.